Welcome back again to this week's soccer betting news video. I'm your host Ayanda Vezi, and with me is Mothoagae. Keba, how's it, boy?
Things are going well.
Sibonga mfowethu. As usually, we talk about South African football. Transfer news, the window is still open. It closes around September, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of things that we could see. Let's start off by talking Kebalepile, Kaizer Chiefs. They released a statement saying Kebalepile has not delivered for the club for the last 3 seasons.
That is something for a club to openly state, because you'd have expected them to be more political, more circumspect when you put out something as startling as that. That looks like, it sounds like they're angry with him, they are annoyed with him, they have gone against the grain, and you can tell that the relationship has broken down.
Yeah.
If the fact that he didn't report for pre-season for training, and that goes to show that it's reached a conclusion. I did say last week, a couple of weeks ago, that Kebalepile must be one of the highest paid players at Kaizer Chiefs, and I'm thinking they're looking to cut costs, considering in terms of how much he's being paid and
how much
output,
he delivered. Yeah.
It only makes sense that the relationship has become toxic.
So do you think maybe reading the statement that Kaizer Chiefs released and Kebalepile refusing to take a pay cut, do you think maybe that's why they release a statement like that?
I know I like joking about this. I'm joking, but it sounds like something Bobby Mothoagae would write, because knowing his personality, that's a joke. I'm joking, Mr. Mothoagae. But no, it's annoyance. They are putting their foot down. I said last week that Chiefs, there's a point where you can only tolerate mediocrity for so long.
Yeah.
They're making a statement that, you know what, you as our assets, you as our employees have to start respecting us as your employers. And I think, that this should signal the end of the relationship.
Okay. Still on Kebalepile, some people are saying he should go and join Orlando Pirates. He's also linked with Coach Pitso in the UAE. Yeah. Where do you think he should go? Because he's been around in PSL almost his career, started here, finished here.
Neither is going to happen. For a team like Orlando Pirates that's aiming for the sky, that wants to overcome Mamelodi Sundowns, that's got ambitions of winning the African Champions League, as well as, the CAF Champions League, as well as the league. It won't make sense to bring in somebody who's not been delivering at your rivals. Pitso Mosimane has got global ambitions. That's not going to happen. I'm willing to bet right now. It's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. Still on Kaizer Chiefs, Ranga Chivaviro.
Yes.
He was announced by Kaizer Chiefs. Yes. Richards Bay, they filed a complaint to say this is our player. What's the story there? Because he signed, if you remember, he signed a pre-contract with Richards Bay. For someone who doesn't know what signing a pre-contract with the club, what does that mean?
My understanding of the law of sports, particularly football sports, when it comes to pre-contract. Pre-contract means a player is reaching the end of his stay at a particular club. It usually is you're allowed to sign one 6 months before their contract runs out. As in, your parent club is not allowed to intervene if Kaizer Chiefs is talking to Chivaviro while he's at Marumo Gallants. He can talk to whoever he wants. He can talk to Richards Bay, he can talk to Kaizer Chiefs, he can talk to Manchester United. The club, the parent club, cannot intervene. It's not a contract that now you are bound to play for Tina as Richards Bay. Unless Richards Bay can take out papers saying, no, he is signed to play for us.
Yeah.
Pre-contract says he's allowed to talk to us.
Yeah.
You don't have first rights. You don't have rights to him because you've signed him. You've signed a pre-contract.
Yeah.
You can say that we're going to pay you 10 million. Kaizer Chiefs is going to pay you 6 million, but it doesn't mean that he's bound to you.
If I remember well, there was a similar situation with Spelele Mthembu, with Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates.
Yes.
Can we see this happening again to Chivaviro? Because remember, Spelele Mthembu, if my mind still serves me well, I think he was not allowed to play while the issue dragged into court. Can we see this happening right here in this situation again?
Hey, this is South African football. You know, cutting corners is just normal with all these clubs. It's like you don't take the word of the law seriously because you just to cut a corner. Don't cross the T's, don't dot the I's. It looks like it's something similar unless Richards Bay does not have a watertight case because they have to take it in front of, I think, the PSL. I think SAFA can get involved. And if it's bad, FIFA can get involved. And a few years ago, Kaizer Chiefs got into trouble for playing fast and loose with the rules. I hope in this case, a club, an institution as big as Kaizer Chiefs has not done anything wrong. And I sincerely doubt it because, like I said, pre-contract.
Yeah, and they've learned their mistake.
They will never make because it damaged the club. It damaged the club. Chiefs was bad for a couple of seasons because they couldn't sign players and it undermined their ambitions.
Still on Kaizer Chiefs, we're closing with Kaizer Chiefs now, but we'll still touch other issues. Potsane is the new player. He took number 11. Is it a good or bad signing for Kaizer Chiefs?
Has he been doing the job at Royal AM? That's my question. I know that he left. He was a Pirates junior, at Disky level.
Yeah.
I hope that this is not a case. This is me supposing. I hope this is not a case of Chiefs signing players to shut the fans up. More, it's about we are signing this guy because he's going to add a particular value to this team.
Because some of the fans have been saying on social media that they want him at Kaizer Chiefs.
Well, look, I'm not involved in the technical decisions and the business decisions of a club. There must be a reason why they signed him. I mean, I'm going to use Yusuf Mat. Yusuf Mat, former Pirates player, left the juniors, Disky Challenge team. And now, but Yusuf Mat, he's turned out to be a revelation since getting his opportunity at Kaizer Chiefs. It should sting Pirates fans that their graduate scored one of the greatest goals ever against them. So Uputsan, I'm sure they've got, he's got age on his side. They're going to make, they'll try and maximize him. Like I said before, that Kaizer Chiefs owes it to themselves, to the fans, and to the greater good of South African football to actually be an improved outfit. Like I said, I'm willing, Coach Ntsiki, to make something out of the players that he signed. It's not a mistake. But I hope it's not just to keep people quiet.
Oh, okay. Moving on, the player that everyone is wondering where he's going, like they even tag his agent on social media asking what's happening with Andile Charlie. I saw a story that came out that he might even join the Cape Town side, Cape Town City. Is he going there, or he's also linked with Middle East, remember?
And the Middle East can probably afford him.
Yeah.
Look, he's 34 now. He's in the last few seasons of his career. He must have been making a lot of money at Sundowns, and I think he is out of the pay range of a lot of teams in South African football. He would add value to Cape Town City, provided they can afford him or he's willing to take a pay cut. The Middle Eastern links, it's up to... It's a point that I made about Billiard earlier. Is he going to add value in the Middle East? Because the Middle East is now ambitious. You can tell that the Middle East wants to become the center of world football now, considering the quality of players that they are bringing in. They're not just taking anybody now at the end of their careers. They're now signing people at their peak. A South African player who's been out of favor at the leading club in Mzansi, being appealing to Middle East, that's a long shot. But stranger things have happened in terms of acquisitions.
Let's go talk about Bongani Sam's situation at Orlando Pirates.
Bongani Sam, what happened?
He was on loan at Swallows.
Yes.
At the left back. Now, Swallows are trying to sign him again on loan.
Yeah.
But it seems like the player wants a permanent exit from Orlando Pirates.
Yes.
And he worked with Steve Compella before at Bloemfontein Celtic.
for the greater good, I don't think he's going to be in the plans for Orlando Pirates, because right now Orlando Pirates has signed a lot of players. You've got about Paseko Marco.
Yeah.
I don't know who, I keep forgetting his deputy at Pirates. Bongani Sam is not going to have that much game time. Kamo, Morocco Swallows, because now it's Morocco Swallows, it's no longer Swallows FC again. Swallows has got ambition. I said 2 weeks ago, they are going to be a danger this season. They are signing well. They've got the likes of Keegan Allen, who's become the most popular player. We'll touch on that later.
Yeah.
Who's become one of the most popular players in the country, because we can tell they've got a defender there. And if I'm sure the idea of playing at Swallows under such people, with such a player, and having Compella, I mean, I believe in Compella, it must be appealing to him. And look after your own bag, man. Look after your own security in terms of playing time and salary and everything else.
Which team has impressed you with their transfer window this season?
Transfer window.
Looking at the teams, how they make their business. Which team you said, this one, I'm happy with their signings? How they?
Currently, I would say Swallows as well as Orlando Pirates, because the players that were either retained or brought in will improve the teams. Sundowns, obviously, we know they go sign. We've never heard of these players. But the Sundowns, I mean, they've got ambition as well. So Pirates, Swallows, Mamelodi, Sundowns, but we will know. It's so easy to speak in pre-season. I don't know anything. What if Chiefs wins MTN 8? What if Chiefs is leading the league in December? What if Chiefs is in the business end of the league title? Then I will be eating my words.
Yeah.
So you just never know. Up until we actually start seeing what, all right, this is why this guy's here. This is why this guy's here. Because at the end of the day, I keep going back to Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs has the biggest point to prove out of everybody.
Yeah.
Because of the mediocrity that the club has been in for so long. 9 seasons without a trophy.
Well, you said it there. 9 seasons without a trophy. Let's hope Amakosa will win this season. Yeah. And then let's touch on the current tournament that is happening right here in Durban. That is, of course, Hollywood Bets Cosafa Cup. Bafana Bafana have qualified. They are through to the semi-finals. Coach Umorena there is doing a wonderful job. Yeah. And then, what can you say about him? Let's start by talking about the coach, what he has done.
Remember, he's got a chip on his block, a chip on his shoulder, because they didn't do well last season. They were poor last year, and he won it the season before at in Gqeberha when there were no fans. So clearly, he is providing value. He is more or less. I get it. We like calling the Cosafa Cup team Amabena Plus. Amabena Plus, and he's doing a good job of guiding these players. He's doing a good job. We are so happy for him. He's obviously, I'm assuming wherever Hugo Broos is, because he's not being at the stadiums, Hugo Broos is happy with the job that he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing a lot more of him on the sidelines or up in the stands in terms of the technical squad with AFCON coming a few months from now. He's proven himself. Speaking
about AFCON, let's talk about the squad that is currently playing in this Cosafa Cup. Which players do you see that they might even give Coach Hugo Broos a headache when it comes to selections going forward, preparing for the AFCON? Okay,
now from somebody who's been at the stadiums, from what I've seen, Keegan Allen. Keegan Allen has stood out. I don't know about, I would be lying if I said anybody else. Perhaps maybe you've got another opinion. Perhaps people at home have got another opinion. Keegan Allen is definitely going to go to the AFCON. And the fact that now he's going to be under Steve Compella at Swallows, he's going to be having game time, so you won't have an issue of somebody playing ahead of him in the league. And listening to the crowd loves him. Clearly they know, they see what everybody is noticing. He has been steady in defense. He's also a sulky man with the ball at his feet. He's got good passing range. You know, centre backs who can pass have become very, very valuable in football. He's still a young man. You start peaking as a centre back in your late 20s, between 27 and 30. 30 at the height of your powers. And if this guy is promising this much now, who knows? We might even have a future Bafana Bafana captain there. But there are still 2 more games to go. You expect, I did say that Bafana Bafana were the favorites to win the tournament. perhaps other players can start shining through.
Yeah, but you're saying Bafana Bafana the favorites though to win the tournament, but they have this tendency of coming from behind.
Yes.
What they need to do, because should they get a clever team and they do that, they definitely out.
We were speaking about it before recording that Bafana seem to have something different from last season. They've got spirit, they've got character. They're willing to fight back. But there's been a noticeable pattern against Namibia, Botswana, and Eswatini. They start off slowly. They look uninspired.
Yeah.
And then the finishing as well. The thing is, we all know in soccer, if you don't score your goals and you are expected to win, that other team will gain confidence and they'll catch you. It looks like Bafana only woke up when they conceded.
Yeah.
And when certain changes were made
By the coach.
by the coach. So we'll wait for today's matches to conclude so that we know who they play in the semi-final. Whoever they play in the semi-final will have definitely noticed these patterns and will plan for Bafana that, okay, let's just frustrate them, let them waste the opportunities. Let's get that one goal. Once they wake up, hit them with the killer blow, because this Bafana team doesn't seem to have a lot of goals in them. Yes, they've scored 2 goals in 2 games and then 1 against Namibia. But as we say, a smart outfit, I mean Zambia. If they get Zambia, that's another story, because Zambia is one of the better teams in Southern African football. Yes.
Yeah. So what does now the coach needs to do in order to say, guys, let's stop like conceding first? Because now we're at a stage now that everybody is saying it's do or die, guys.
Strikers, take your damn opportunities. You have got to score. There is nothing wrong with his tactics. Kora, chief, kora. Once you score early, especially when you're the better outfit, that other team is going to be like, oh no, they've scored early. Now we have to open up. If you open up, it means Bafana can start piling in a lot of goals. Motivate them to switch on, because one thing I've noticed about being in attendance, they've got the backing of the crowd. I don't hear booing of players.
Yeah.
You
People are
hardly
coming
even
out
see.
in numbers.
Yes, you've got the fans. The fans are behind you. They're excited that you're in the semi-final. Can you just wake up?
Okay.
You're guaranteed a podium finish. You're the 3rd place, but I don't like that kind of mentality. Win the tournament. You are at home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's it from Keba. He's saying win the tournament, Bafana Bafana. And Nati Lagui Soccer Betting News would like to wish Bafana Bafana good in this Cosafa Cup. Also, tell us on our comment section on what you think of Bafana Bafana's current performance in the Cosafa Cup, and which team has impressed you rather in the transfer window. Please also don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Also follow us on social media. At Twitter we are SBN_ZA. On Facebook we are Soccer Betting News. Until next week, we're out.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.